Yo guys, it's slyroh. You already know that today we're back with another Planet Coaster Career Mode video. Today we are moving into a new set of 3 as we're going to King Coaster's Royal Decree. I am looking forward to this set of scenarios. We got 3 here, we got 3 more in Miss Ellie's Roundup, but we're going to do this one first. We're going to do Monolith, a strange object found in the desert. Appears to have exerted an unexpected effect on the park's rides. Everything keeps breaking down and running out of cash. Hire some mechanics, utilize work rosters to fix and maintain the rides. Combat the Monolith's power and get the park back in profit. This is interesting. This actually reminds me a little bit of, was it this one? This Golem Rampage where there's like a thing there, and because of it, now this was, you know, all the staff would work for, like, they wanted to get paid more money, and this is going to affect the reliability of the rides. Okay, so I'm interested to see what the scenarios and objectives are going to be here, but this is pretty cool. This is King Coaster, so I wonder if there's going to be a lot of coaster related objectives, just in general, but let's see what we have in Monolith. So we're going to go ahead and stop this. We have almost $10,000 to start with. I would like to see, is this where people are entering in at? Looks like it. Looks like people enter in here, and then they can go around either side. My immediate desire would be to put some rides and stuff right at the entrance, so that way people can give me money as soon as they get here. We could also probably connect these paths. There's a lot of walking before they get to anything. There's this really cool looking cube. I love the color scheme on that. And wow, they even gave themselves like special like signs and stuff. There's the Psychola. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, so it looks like that's maybe just those two. I don't know if we have any shops. Let's go ahead and look at what we do have. So we do have the cube and Psychola. They are both broken down. We have no shops. We have no facilities. Okay, so we have nothing else. Good to know. So what is our objective? So we need to reach a monthly profit from rides of 2,000, and we need to build 4 rides. That should not be hard. Should not be hard, but we'll see. Then this is reach a monthly profit from rides of $4,000. I could see that. This also says about building a coaster. So yeah, no, coasters count as the ride profits. Coasters don't count as building a ride in terms of this, but I think in ride profit it should. So at least 5 excitement, at most 4, or at least 4 fear, and at most 6 nausea. That can be doable for sure. And then a monthly profit from rides of 6,000 with 1,200 guests, and then pay off all loans. Let's hope that there isn't a loan that's going to mess me up this time like the last one. So we can get away with paying, we can actually get away with paying 500 per month until we get a little more off the ground, which I think I'm going to do. But that is a $20,000 loan. And we can take out a, well, only 12% interest is not that bad. So I could easily take out a $30,000 loan and really just do a lot of stuff. So I'm going to assume that we start with no staff as well. We do not have any staff. So we are going to hire a mechanic for sure, because we do need to get these rides up and running. So we got 1 for the cube, and I think I'm just going to hire 2 right off the bat. So that way both of these rides can get fixed. And then I think it's time to get to work on putting in some new rides. So let's look at all of our options. We are going to stick to the main game, just because I like being, you know, I like having more limitations put on me. I really like Insanity. I think Insanity is going to be a good one here, because we already have a cube. We already have a Psychola. I think I'm just going to do that as my ride of choice for here. I think if I just kind of lift it up off here, I think this is really good. Boom. I want to look at track rides and coasters and stuff that we have as well. Do I need to mess with this, or is this fine as is? What is the default things on that? It's not too bad, actually. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to mess with it too much. Let's just let it happen. We'll have the entrance over there. We'll have the exit go there. I guess I should try to keep my queue lines consistent. So it is more of these, which is funny. I was watching back the Cavernous Coasters one, and I could not find this queue path for the life of me. And then I literally watched myself go like right over it when I was like watching it. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead, just Give ourselves a little bit of queue line space. And back and forth a little bit. That should be plenty of space. And, well, I guess it's mostly going to be a natural path with the curbs here. And then it'll just be that as it's... Oh. I didn't realize. Wait. Oh, I really looked like it was going to do it. There. Perfection. Alright, we're just going to open that immediately. Fantastic. What track rides do we have, if any? There's just none. Even without the main game tag, there's nothing. That's crazy. Oh, that was for the blueprints, though. But yeah, there's nothing. And then roller coasters, we have a spinning coaster. Oh, I think a spinning coaster sounds fun. I can probably make a decent spinning coaster for less than $7,000. This isn't going to be a spinning coaster that does this, most likely. Hold on, where can I fit just like a small like spinning coaster? I could. Oh. Okay. I'm seeing a sort of vision of putting the station of a spinning coaster like up here, kind of building it up around this way, and then having it come back around like over the path, and then just sort of around this rock formation to end up at the end. Because there isn't going to be a lot of rides utilizing this space here. I can even have it go behind the rockwork here, and then just kind of take up this space. I think that might be the play. Okay. I'm going to actually see about building a spinning coaster for less than $7,000. So let's do that, and I will update you when I am done, or when I run out of money and might need to take out a loan. I'm not sure. Okay, I have finished this spiral coaster. I have $2,500 left. I don't know if this ride is actually going to make it the whole way, so I do want to press play to ensure that happens, but I also sort of almost feel like I should see about maybe getting one more ride. Ooh, like a whirly rig. Ooh, I actually love this. I love the idea of throwing a whirly rig on this side. Like, face it this way. Yeah. I actually kind of love this. Because then I have two rides over here that can make some money while the spiral coaster is testing. So there's that. I'm actually going to... yeah, we'll put it this way. And that way. Okay, yeah. So then I have two rides that can make me some money. This is fantastic. I don't know how bad the reliability of these rides is going to be. I should probably expect the absolute worst. But we shall see. Alright, so now we have Whirly Rig that is ready to go. I'm going to try and just keep everything full load. Try and cut down on how long it takes to fill up these rides. Maybe give you a little bit more time just because there's more seats. Okay, so we're going to... I'm going to start the scenario. I'm going to speed up just to see if this actually makes it. And then if it does make it, we can ride it, I guess. So it's going to spin around that way. It's going to go that way. It's going... Okay. And already we have a problem. Well, my first instinct is, of course, to enter the track, check the chain speed, and put that as fast as possible. And then see if that does anything. I'm hoping everything else is going to make some money while I just sort of see about that. Okay, so that does not quite do it. So I think the only thing that needs to happen is... I think instead of going as high as I did here, can I bring it down? So if I can bring that down, and this, if I can bring this down... What about this piece here? Can this also come down? I'm gonna keep fiddling with this, but Not gonna cut any of this out yet. Looks like we are making a little bit of a profit. Alright, how about now? Oh, it goes over, but then it's not gonna quite go over that. Okay. We're getting there. We are getting there. That's as low as that can go, it looks like. So we're just gonna keep dropping everything down. And hoping for the best. What if I drop this down a little bit lower? Then I can drop this down a little bit lower. Okay. Let's keep trying. We're making profit. That's good. That's really, really good. Okay, there it goes. There it goes. Oh, okay, okay. We're almost there. We're almost there. I believe. Let me pause this. We're actually doing really good. What is the profit looking like? Hello? Rides and Tickets is already over, like, over 2,000. I think we're going to get this easy one, like, right off the jump. That's kind of crazy. I want to edit the track. Can I turn this into, like, drive tires? Perfect. Okay. Final test. Actually, you know what? I'm very confident this is going to work. We are going to go ahead and ride this spiral coaster. So you can see my masterpiece. I actually kind of had to force it to even go around as much as I wanted to. I could have almost just put it in this tiny little spot. I made this coaster take up more space than I think it ultimately needed to. That's okay. Oh, look at the spinning. Oh gosh, I'm actually kind of getting dizzy watching this. I'm hoping that the forces aren't too crazy for some of the off-axis stuff that I did. I think that was supposed to lock it in place, but then it kept spinning. Who knows? And now it's just kind of barely making it through here. But honestly, I think that's okay. And then the drive tire should hopefully take it the rest of the way. Oh, I think I could also edit the speed of the drive tires there. Yeah, perfect, perfect. All right, so that is that. So that is going to be testing now. I want to keep this during the day for right now. All right, the spiral, please be good. And then we're going to probably try like some research and stuff like that. I'm not too worried about this. 3.99 is perfectly fine. Yeah, all this is perfectly fine. So we're gonna go ahead and open that. And so now we have another ride that is open. Cyclola 5 is broken down. That's perfectly fine. I probably should just have a maintenance guy, because I know they said about work rosters. So there's a couple things that I would like to do. We're going to try and keep this full load. I think we want to... Ooh, let's just do every 20 minutes. Okay, we easily got the first star. Wow, how about that? $2,780 of monthly profit in total. We're going to switch this to every 20 minutes. I might... We'll see if this ride continues to be an issue. I almost want to see about having one maintenance guy in charge of just this. Or maybe just these two. And then having other maintenance in charge of these. Holy crap. We can probably... do this. We'll go $5. Also, you are very loud. What are you looking like? Really good value. We'll go up to $8. What about the value over here? Whoops. Set the value over here. Okay. Alright. I think I'm gonna not mess with the ride breakdowns too much yet. What's the next thing we gotta do? 4,000? We actually already got close. We'll worry about getting a coaster that fits that. 1,200 guests, pay off all loans. Sure thing. Let's do some research and see what we can do for research. Coal transporter. Probably just to get to better rides. I will do that. ATMs. Started with a spoon. Oh, is that like a teacup maybe? Crazy Classic. Family Fun on the High Seas. Then we have an electrically powered track ride. I'm gonna do that. And then I think maybe some Western themes scenery as well. That's $2,500 in scenery. Or in research, sorry. Okay, I don't really seem to be experiencing a ton of breakdowns the way that it's saying that I would. Let's change some ticket prices. Let's charge like $5. Don't pick any pockets. Try another. All right, we're also going to want a janitor for sure. Maybe more than one janitor, but I think until I feel like I need work rosters, I think I won't bother with it. I have a bunch of space over here. So I think immediately we are going to get these barriers out of the way. I think I could get that out of there. Can I just demolish those? And that way I can connect this path right there. Perfect. And so now if I want to keep putting rides, I can just keep building it alongside here. I think something was Cycola's great value. We'll go up to $7 for that. Get rid of this number. I can also try and put in some scenery stuff. So you already have your 100% scenery. I assume the cube also has 100% scenery. Spiral's broken down. Cube's broken down. Okay. Let's try and put everything at every 20 minutes. And I think are we still making an overall profit? If so, I think it might be, ooh. Do I hire another mechanic, or do I train my existing mechanics? Okay, my overall profit is way lower. But I think that's going to, as soon as the spiral opens back up, we'll get a lot of that money back. So, in that case... Alright. I'm going to have another mechanic. Alright, let's look at our research project. This has just some scenery. We'll add some scenery to our rides then. To our lines, especially the ones over here. But what I would like to do is do these work rosters. So, I'm going to have one work roster for... How close are the cube and spiral? They're very close. So I'm going to literally have one work roster for these two. That's these two rides. We're just going to do Insanity Whirly Rig. That's one work roster. One other work roster is going to be Spiral Cube. Spiral Cube. Okay, yep, that's there. Boom. And then we're going to make one more. Maybe for just the Cycloa, I'm actually thinking we're actually going to put the cube in two different work rosters here. And we'll just make this Psycho Cube. So those are the three work rosters. I also would like to put a path going from this side and going right across this way. That way, there's a shorter path to get from one ride to the other, specifically for the mechanics. So, now, it's time to actually put those mechanics into their things. Let me look at my research. We are going to put a pause on this, because we are losing some money. So let's look at our staff. Our mechanics. We're going to put one of you in each of these things. We are going to train and pay more for all three of you. So you're more efficient at your job. And if I get into a position where I'm really making a lot of money, I might even get another mechanic as a sort of free roaming one. So that is something many guests are thirsty. Right, we don't have any facilities, do we? So we do have some restrooms. We can do some sci-fi toilets. We will put them... Is that right here? Is that the entrance? Yes. So there. We are going to not be able to do anything with those toilets from this screen. So let's look at it from this screen. You already know the deal. We're going to go ahead and charge everybody 50 cents to use it. Because I'm a monster. Alright, we will want some shops. Because shops can't break down and they can make us money. So, but as of right now, we are losing out on money. So things are breaking down. I wonder... So the rides that are breaking down are the ones that start the scenario. I'm almost like... Do I just like take them out? But at the same time, I don't really want to do that. Oh, this should be full load. Let's go down to 10 minutes. This one's probably going to also need to go down to 10 minutes. I can also request a refurbishment. If I can get enough money for that. Yeah, we're just going to switch this to 10 minutes as well. These ones aren't breaking down as much. Let me just switch this to 20 minutes. And then this reliability is pretty high. So this rolly rig is going to be good for us no matter what. Okay, let's look at our... How's our loan coming along? It's going to take a while. Alright, we've got this canyon runner. I don't think we can... I don't think we're going to be able to use the canyon runner for what we need to do. With that, I don't know if I can get that over 4 fear. That's the main thing. I could build one, but also roller coasters aren't the most reliable thing. But it could be good for profit. I'm trying to just get myself in a pretty profitable spot where I research more things. Here's Titan versions. That could be something. So let's do that. Do we have drink shops and stuff that I can put in? I can put a sci-fi Cosmic Cow. Or sci-fi Starship shops. That's not too bad. We're gonna do this sci-fi Cosmic Cow at the entrance here, and of course now we are out of money. I should have paused it when I had the chance. That's so interesting. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do this. Gonna keep an eye on my money. If we get back into the positive overwhelmingly, I can just do this. Otherwise, I might hold this off for later. But drinks and food are going to be good for us. But right now, we are kind of struggling. I could take out another loan to give myself more stuff. Are there more rides? Not really. There's Wild Blue. Wild Blue does not have the highest reliability either. So that worries me a bit. I don't hate the idea of doing one of these loans. Because we're not, like, overwhelmingly losing money a lot. It's just I want little fixes here and there. And I kind of want research. We're gonna go crazy with it. We're gonna just pay as little as possible on these. We are going to do Sci-Fi Cosmic Cow. Trying to not have it interact with the line there, but I want to leave room. So we have a Cosmic Cow there, and then also, we can do Sci-Fi Chief Beef, like, right next to it. Just like that. And then in terms of scenery, I do want to put some bins. I do want to put some bins just around. I guess it's becoming pretty sci-fi land, which is fine. Okay, Insanity's breaking down, but there is a mechanic right there. Okay, we got bins around. That's pretty good. Okay, now what? Magic cats. Okay. Do a classic cars. Let's do A crazy classic. I think for the classic cars, I want to spend as much as possible on these. Because I remember in the last scenario that I did, we had the pre-made Steam one. That was a classic car ride that looked really, really good and was working out really, really well. And I want to see if I can bring that to this scenario as well. So, that is the plan. I'm going to request a refurbishment on that ride. I think as things break down, I'm going to try and get refurbishments on them. Specifically, one on the Cube, maybe one on the Cyclola. I don't know if any of them are in a position that they need one right now. So, we've got this. We can get more roller coasters, potentially. So, right now, I have that, but I think with this much money, I would like to get a really good roller coaster. Like, let's see what this one is, like, as fast as possible. So that way we can spend a good chunk of money maybe making a really big roller coaster. Because that will bring in people, which will bring in money, and all that sort of stuff. While we're waiting for that, let's make our vendors a little bit better. Perfect. This is a boa coaster. Okay. Now that is interesting. Back to the 80s. Sure. Okay. So a boa coaster. All right, here's what I want to do. I think I want these classic cars to happen, and then I'm going to find a spot for them and put them somewhere. Is it too soon to be requesting a refurbishment? But I want to find a place for the classic cars, because I think that they will make us a lot of money and just draw people in. And then once we have that, then I'm going to start getting to work on building that boa, potentially. Because that's one that I think I could make pretty exciting. Yeah, we can essentially just put it all around the monolith here. Dude, a ride that just goes around the monolith? That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I like the idea of that, actually. The cube keeps breaking down. Is it making profit overall? Not really. Should I sell it? Because overall, it is not making a profit. This overall is not making a profit. This overall is not making a profit. Okay, well, this is making a profit, and then this is making a profit. So that is something. Okay, let's reveal that. Luna Autos, perfect. Let me see about... Oh. The Luna Autos, it doesn't have the, It doesn't have the blueprint there. I wonder if that... Let me make sure that it's not tied to any specific scenery. It could be. It could be. It sure could be. So I guess the real question now becomes, do I make a classic car ride anyway? I think the answer might be yes. I'm scouting out where to put it. And I think I have my answer. Okay. I am going to... I think I'm going to keep this paused while I make a car ride. And the idea for this car ride... So this is on the left. Is, I think... Okay, yeah. I'm trying to see like where the station essentially would go. So I think something like this is what I'm going to do. Except for put it on the right side. So I'm just going to make this, and then when I'm done, I will we'll check in from there. Okay, there we go. I just made something like this. So I don't see any issues here. We'll just do like 5 cars. I think that works fine. Send it out every like 20 seconds. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and just test that. We're going to keep the name and everything. And we'll just do that while I place an entrance and exit. So this is, you know, not super exciting, but it is fine. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. And we need to add this to one of the work rosters. So I think what we're going to do is, looks like we have a kickflip. Ooh, kickflips are good. Where was work roster? So the Insanity Whirly Rig, we're going to add the Luna Autos to that. Track rides, okay. We're just going to say it. I'm not going to change the name. And so now that mechanic should be doing all three of those. That's good. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, Insanity isn't new. Okay. Are we like making a profit just like in general? So our rides are doing pretty good. Shops are doing pretty good. But obviously we're spending a lot in research costs and all that other stuff. So our overall profit is going down. I think I might get rid of the cube. The cube is sometimes making money, but overall, it's actually getting better, actually. Alright, I'll give you one more chance. This, however, I don't think is getting much better. I think if Psychola breaks down again, I might replace that with a kickflip. Or I could put kickflip somewhere else. But I mean, I can just literally use the same like Q pass and whatnot, so I would still maintain the scenery, and then I can just have a better ride as a result. Okay, so we got some more typical park scenery. Let's get the rest of the scenery ready. So we're spending less on research because I don't want to go like completely broke. We're going Insanity. I think I saw one when I was looking at the cube. Yeah, about the park entry being a little bit cheap. So let's you know, try and up it to like $7 potentially. We have almost 1,000 people in the park, so that's good. Everybody's still saying the Spiral is so expensive. I'm gonna bring it down to like $8. And now I think it is the time to really try and do some scenery items everywhere. So for the Spiral, we're just gonna put some, I mean, all of this stuff here is, it's kind of hard to fit it properly. We'll just have it coming out the side, who cares? What is this? Okay, well, now it's at 100. That's good. We can put some really small scenery item, potentially. So, like, there. That's a whole scene. That's a bit much. That might be close enough to the whirly rig. That'll do. I understand it's kind of going into the ground, but that'll be fine. There we go. We can just shoot cannons at the guests in line. Perfect. Alright, so that's up to... Oh, whirly rig is expensive. We're going to drop that down to $5.50. You're at $65. Gonna bump this up to $9. Oh, whirly rig's broken down. How sad. Overall, its reliability is still high. I guess building more rides with high reliability would be something. Okay, Luna Autos is, like, open. I was just like, is it doing anything? People are not going onto it. People think it's too expensive? Okay. That's a problem. I don't know why it's running. I guess it's max 20 seconds. We'll see if we can get some people to come on this. Still expensive. What if I just, like, make this dirt cheap and then... I don't know. I don't know. I thought this was going to be a lot more popular. Not going to lie. That might have been not my best call. Okay, here we go. The cube keeps breaking down. Equalizer. I really think this might be the cube's time to go. We've done everything we can. It's every 10 minutes. We've tried to refurbish it. But overall, it is making a profit. That's like what makes me nervous about it. Wait, so this is open but nobody's on it? But it did break down. I think... Okay. We are going to sell Slyroh. And instead, we are going to put in a kickflip. So, I think I want to do it... No, we'll do it this way. Just something like this. Entrance, just like that. Exit, just like that. I remember doing some crazy stuff with the ride sequence and getting it to be like 5 stars or whatever. So let's just have it go backwards. And then forward maybe. I don't know if that's what it was, but we're gonna try that out. We're gonna try that out. And we are going to make sure that our work roster gets updated as a result. So the Psycho Cube is now going to become a kickflip cube. Whoops. So now that's saved. We are losing so much money. Don't love that. This might be too long of a ride cycle. But we'll see. Come on, finish. That is really good. I think it's another 5 stars. We're gonna open this up. I'm gonna go up to like $18. I was able to, actually I think on the last one I was able to charge like $20 and people would still go on it. So we're gonna try that. We're going to immediately put this at inspecting every 10 minutes. And I'm gonna hope that the kickflip can make me a lot of money. Okay, so Spiral is broken down right now. I don't think it's making money overall. I wonder if I should just sell this. Alright, I think I have a plan. Yo, hold on. Look at our profit. Before I do anything crazy. Okay, before I do anything crazy, I do think I want to sell the Spiral. And potentially replace it with a Canyon Runner, which is essentially going to get the same thing done, but I think that I've had better success with the Canyon Runner in the past. But the opening month of the kickflip is kind of giving me the most amount of profit possible. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're almost at 1,200 guests. Literally, then I'm just going to have to pay off the loans and then just build this coaster. Wow. All right, so we got 1,200 guests. Let me look at my profit again. Look at that. Look at that. Am I going to hit $10,000 in profit? Oh my gosh. All right, kickflip is just the answer. Holy crap. Holy crap. All right, well then I'm just going to immediately let's do another roller coaster. I'm going to go 3,000 on this. because that's not going to affect my ride profits or whatever. Insanity breaking down is going to take away from that a little bit. But we got 10,000. So, perfect. So now I just need to pay off all loans and build that roller coaster. Awesome. Dude, I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. All right. So, if Spiral is going to keep losing me money, then I might sell it. We'll see. Pretty sure it's kind of the line is going as fast as it possibly can. It is every 10 minutes. If it breaks down again, I can try to request a refurbishment. The queue keeps breaking down, but at this point, I don't think I care. I really think I just need to focus on this roller coaster. So that is exciting. What roller coaster options do we have right now? We have a hyper coaster. Oh right, dude, this boa. That's what I was gonna do. I think the plan or the play here is to maybe put it high up above, where the coaster break will go above this path. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm just gonna try to maintain the status quo while also building a roller coaster, just like this. Let's go. All right, I'm going to look. So at least 5 excitement, at least 4 fear, and at most 6 nausea. All right, I'm going to work on this roller coaster, and I will let you know if anything important happens in the meantime. Okay, I think I've done it. I had to make some modifications to this ride a couple times, but I see an excitement of at least 5. I see a fear of at least 4. I see a nausea under 6. And I see a length above 2,461 feet. So, we're going to slow this down. We're actually, because it's at the top of the lift, we're going to ride this first. And then I'm going to get it all opened and set up. And then the only thing we should have to do is pay off the loans. Which I've been making a pretty good profit. I think that kickflip has been a huge success and has been a huge help. And I think this roller coaster is going to be pretty good. I don't know if it's going to be a huge moneymaker. I could see this being very unreliable. But yeah, I don't know if I love this ride, but I do sort of like the idea of it kind of going alongside the Monolith here. It's almost like I'm tempting it, which is probably bad juju for this ride. But yeah, you know, a couple little flips like this, a couple of unique inversions that I don't think I've really ever seen in real life. Helix that just kind of goes around. I had this helix immediately go into the station, and then it wasn't long enough, so I had to extend it by doing this extra helix. I put an extra corkscrew, and then I just have it go back into the station. So I think the idea of it being over this vast canyon would still be really cool in real life. And then, thankfully, even after the brakes, it goes up here and makes it. So that is perfect. Perfect. That's going to give us our second star, which means the only thing we have left to do is to pay off the loan. Alright, so now that is ready to be open to the public, so we're going to go ahead and open that. $10 is a fine place to start. I am going to... in terms of maintenance, I think we will... I might hire another maintenance person and just have like a 4th work roster that's just for this roller coaster. That might be something. So if I just create this as a work roster, this is the boa coaster, and I'm going to go ahead and just hire a mechanic to do just the boa. That is the plan. So there you go. I'll immediately pay you a little bit more money. I think we're going to make sure that this gets worked on every 20 minutes. And so now I think I'm perfectly well set up for everything to run pretty nicely. I'm pretty sure, has this been like a huge failure? Has anybody ridden this like ever in their life? Everyone keeps saying that it's so expensive. Fine, I'll make it $2. Please, ride this ride. $2 cannot be too expensive. What do you mean? Alright, there we go. This might be the first riders ever to ride Luna Autos. That's wild. But if we want to look at our overview of the attractions right now, so the cube just constantly breaks down, so it makes profit, then it doesn't. Insanity is huge. Spiral is good. Whirly Rig has consistently been making money. Kickflip has been making money. I think it broke down, otherwise that profit would probably be even higher. Although it might also just have a long ride cycle, so that might affect it as well. And then the Luna Autos is costing us money, but not as much as you would think. I also think that might have suffered a breakdown of some sort. So very cool. And now, literally, the only thing we have left to do is to pay off all loans. So I'm going to go ahead and just go to our finances, go to our loans, and we are just going to pay the maximum amount for both of these and wait for 14 months, I guess. I'm just going to keep everything going for 14 months. Even if we run ourselves into the negative, I mean, we're still paying this loan off, and then that's it. We don't even need to do anything else. We've got like 1,400 people in the park. Yeah, it's all well and good. So I'm going to keep just, maintaining the status quo. I'm not going to put anything new in. Whoops. There was, oh yeah, this Black Falcon, but I don't really need to do any more research. I don't even know what kind of coast that is. Some sort of train, and then we had these three. So we don't need to do that at all. I don't even care how much I run myself into the negative, because we've got it at this point. I just want to cut in and let you know that I think the way that my maintenance has been doing this has been helping, because Insanity broke down, and literally by the time that people had exited the line, it was already fixed. Because my maintenance guy is just staying in the area, and therefore everything's like all good there. But yeah, I think the only reason that I'm losing more profit is because I'm spending an insane amount of money on whatchamacallits? On the loans. So I mean, I was paying like 500, 600, and now I'm paying like 2,000 more, which is detracting a little bit. This has actually been one of the weaker months for my rides profits. I'm also spending a lot in, that was some in research costs. That's the average month. So yeah, it's mostly just getting worse because my rides keep breaking down. But I don't really care. We actually almost broke even again. But yeah, look, maintenance is like already here, ready to fix it as soon as it breaks down. So I do think that has been an overall positive for me in this scenario. Alright, well, we are getting towards the end of the scenario, and let me tell you, I've literally just had this game running in the background for like 45 minutes. Actually a little bit more than that. And yeah, at this point the game is essentially just playing itself. I've watched this number down here go from negative 8,000 back into the positive, back to like negative 11,000. And in general, I think rides are breaking down more than they are staying up, and that's why I'm losing money. I'm also losing money because I was paying almost 4,000 in loans a month. I think without that, I'll actually gain money again. Because, yeah, I actually do, an average month, I'm still making like $4,000 in profits for the rides. And each month is different, but the park management costs are offsetting that. And yeah, so I mean, I don't know how I feel about this this scenario overall, because it was kind of fun, but then I literally just let the game play itself for like 45 minutes. The only thing is I just checked in to make sure that my staff wasn't like leaving. I think I hired a second janitor, and I think I was like paying them more because it looked like one was about to quit. But like, yeah, I've literally just kind of let the game play itself, and that's about it. So I've adjusted pricing and whatnot, but I was just sitting here doing nothing. So I like the idea, I like the concept. I mean, once I got the maintenance stuff set up, it seemed pretty cool. I like watching his rides break down and then seeing as people are exiting the line and seeing that the mechanic is already there ready to fix it. So I think I got a good system in place. I literally did this about as best as I could. That kickflip literally just won me the scenario because it got so much profit off of itself just for the first month that it was put in. If it didn't get that, then we would have been struggling, because having enough rides open at the same time to make that profit is very unreliable, even though I have everything like being checked on as like every 10 minutes, and I have like a maintenance guy almost at like every ride essentially. But yeah, once this loan is paid off, this should be the end of it. So, you know, half of this scenario was me just sitting here watching the gameplay itself, but the idea behind it is pretty cool. I think the Monolith is pretty cool, and I like the park setup, even though I didn't use like a lot of it. Like I only have these rides here, these rides here. This whole space is just like nothing. But yeah, let's go ahead and pay off this loan and get our final star. And leave the scenario only about $6,000 in debt. But that is our final star. All objectives complete. Fantastic. And now if I just let the game run by itself, then we'll end up in the positive again someday. But I'm not going to bother because we are out of here. So that was, I think, the first scenario in this King Coaster stuff. So I'm interested to see what the next one is going to bring. Let me know what you think about this scenario, any tips and tricks that you had, things that you've done, or your thoughts on my playstyle. And I will see you all for the next one that we do. I am very excited for it. So I will see you then. Till then, peace out.